Hello there, my name's SerAaron, and welcome to a quick update video, I guess. First of all, thank you very, very much for helping me get to 500 subs. We've had a lot of people rolling in over the last couple of months since I had started doing the Exalted Lore series, and I really appreciate the support and feedback that some of you have given. In the background here is just some Final Fantasy III footage that I recorded during some spare time. I've just realized that the recording is really low frame rate. Holy... Okay, well, I don't have time to re-record this. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just something to look at whilst I talk. Yeah, just wanted to update, really. I'm basically going to go quiet for the next few months, or 2-ish months, month and a half maybe. Short story is I'm in the final year of doing a maths degree, and that takes priority over reading about Exalted online. But after my exams, after my finals, I am hoping to have some more free time and work on a new Exalted series, I guess. So the Exalted Lore primer is basically done now. There's maybe one or two other videos I could add to it. For example, in a list of, I think it's currently like 25 videos, I only have one that's about the Exalted themselves, which, you know, for a game called Exalted, I could probably expand on that a little bit more. But for the most part, I'd say the Exalted Primer series is done. And so the next question is, where do I go next? I've had a few thoughts and a few suggestions about, you know, reading some of the supplement books. Everything that I've read so far, that you've listened to so far, has been out of the Exalted 2nd edition core rulebook. People have asked for 3rd edition stuff, and at some point I will need to buy and read 3rd edition to actually answer those questions. One thing that came to mind, for example, was doing an episode where once I've read the whole of 3rd edition, which is a huge book anyway, is that I look at differences between the lore of 2nd edition and 3rd edition. And possibly even 1st edition as well, though I know very little about that also. Because there are some lore differences, and there's also a lot that's largely the same, and I think a lot of people have questions about that, about what the differences are exactly. But all in all, making the lore videos in the way that I've currently been making them has been very time-consuming, which is partly why there's been such a low output. I basically have to read the book, and then, you know, I'm gonna inevitably make a lot of mistakes while I'm reading that, and then I have to edit all those mistakes out. Most of the videos that you've seen so far, like, they're 10 to 20 minutes. Each one takes probably about an hour to record, because I make a lot of speech blunders whilst reading out loud, and then an extra hour to edit all of that out, and then finding appropriate pictures to like put in the background. And I don't even know how many people watch these and whether the pictures actually even help, and I very quickly ran out of like official Exalted art that was relevant, and just kind of had to use parts of my own like private collection of Exalted inspirational art, which I've just remembered I still need to properly credit all of the images that I've used in those videos, which is itself a hugely time-consuming process. So basically, it's really hard to make these videos. And one idea that I've had is to do more of a relaxed thing, maybe even like closer to a podcast, where, and maybe I can get some friends involved, some other people in the Exalted community, or possibly some of my old Exalted players, anyone who's interested really, to come on, and then we can just like have a casual talk about some Exalted lore instead of doing like a strict word-by-word reading. And I think there could be some potential there, especially if it's set up in like a show and tell sort of situation where everyone goes away, reads about something, finds something that they like in the Exalted lore that they then want to bring to the show and talk about. I think that could be fun. So if that sounds fun, then please let me know, and I will, as I said, get working on some of these ideas after my finals. What else? There was two other things that I wanted to mention. One, a few people were commenting about my accent on the Exalted lore videos. To answer those people, yes, this is my real accent. I talk in a very strange way. It's a mix of British and American. That's just me. Like, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But that's not gonna change. And number two, so there's a lot of people that have joined. I've gained about 200 subs in the last half year, which is amazing. But the first sort of 300 subs, most of them came from an old gaming podcast that I used to do, and then a little bit later, one episode of a analysis series that some of you may have seen about Attack on Titan. And I've had a few people asking me if I'm still going to make videos like that. And the answer is I'm not sure. I would like to. There's a few things, like back when I wrote the video on Attack on Titan, there was like 10 or 20 other ideas for videos that I had, which is why I was originally going to make it a show, and then I didn't have time because of university. So all of those video ideas that I had like 2 years ago are still in an Evernote document somewhere, and I might revive that, but again, it depends on who's interested in what. So, wow, the frame rate on this video is awful. So anyway, let me know, basically. I will probably delete this video in a month or so, once I actually get back on track. But yeah, in the meantime, please leave comments, leave feedback. Let me know, yeah, just in general what you'd like to see next. Role-playing is another one. I would love to have time to play more Exalted after my exams as well. Okay, I think that's basically it. Thanks for listening. This has been a very strange ramble and not like my usual stuff, I'm aware. So apologies for that if you were expecting that. I'm going to stop talking now. Thanks again for 500 subs, and I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.